I want to get right to the presentation today. About 3 years ago, as the recession began, I thought, how can I place myself in the direction of social change? And to do that, I started researching our industry to find out who has figured out how to still succeed during the recession. If they did, would they be willing to share how they did it? Strategies, tactics, and results? I called each state director in September 2 years ago, and I asked each state director, do you have anyone who has a story that would be able to be shared among the rest of the states? And I got 40 different responses that year. It was phenomenal. I also had a bit of a contract with Group Tour magazine. They heard that I was out there doing this and said, Phil, if you can find them and write them up, we'll publish every one you can find. So I did. I'll go through 4 different cases, and we're just going to find out who are they, what are they doing, how might I take advantage of it, and then, as I walk away, what can I do with it?
I really like just listening to him, the way that he kind of has stepped out there and has interviewed all of these customers. And I would say the Broadmoor experience was one of the things that stood out to me. I had not heard about that before, but it reinforces that concept of making sure that you have clear expectations on what your customer is expecting.
I also ask questions and jump down into the audience. You'll be doing a little bit of a discussion period for 6 minutes at a time, because I also know that one of the big values when you come to state tourism conventions is networking. You never get to see people who do what you do unless you come to things like this. And if we give you a specific topic to talk about as you network at that table, it gets even better. I see sparks fly in the audience, good sparks by the way. Sparks fly in the audience, I'll come down, I'll take some notes, I'll come back and I'll tell you what I heard. And then we'll go on to the next business case.
I would tell them to come and be prepared to be part of the presentation. It's a very interactive presentation where you're not going to lean back and listen, but where you're really going to lean forward and be engaged.
One of the things I really liked is I thought that Phil did a fantastic job of creating an experience within the presentation, specifically with the questions that he asked, and he had us talk about those and interact with those at our table, discuss those specifically. Great opportunity to find out about what other people are doing, what their businesses are doing, and how they're engaging their customers.
When your survival is threatened, how you react is key. This happened to me personally about 4 years ago. That was me. I weighed 325 pounds, I was 48 years old. I had all those things wrong. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, ulcerative colitis, sleep apnea. I weighed 325, I was taking 5 medications. They called me morbidly obese. Morbidly obese. It wasn't fun. So I realized I had to do something different. What I really wanted to do was meet my grandchildren someday. My grandfather died at 48 of a massive heart attack. I was 48. My uncle died at 48 of a massive heart attack. I was 48, and I weighed more than either one of them had ever weighed. So I had something that I had to fix. My survival was certainly threatened. The switch has to be flipped. So, here's now. Thank you very much. In 2011, actually for the last 3 years, tourism organizations are threatened to survive. You know states that had a budget of $1 last year. You know states that are closed. And the switch has to be flipped. And it's up to you to flip your own switch. I'm going to give you some opportunities, and I'm going to show you other people who flipped that switch and the tactics that they've used to do it. The objectives today, I'd like to make sure that you understand the basic shift in consumerism from the perspective of the people that are winning. Take away concrete action steps so that you can actually try and do some of these things yourself. No, you can't do exactly what they did. You have to make it your own. And understand that hope is not a strategy.
I thought Phil had a good program here today. He does a lot of encouraging people to think outside the box and look at things a different way.
Phil's presentation was great. I think Phil really takes sort of the theoretical aspect of destination marketing and really brings it down to a level that both small and large destination marketing organizations can understand.